Good morning, Tennessee Valley. Welcome to this morning. I am your host this morning, Matthew Tolbert. And with me today is a new co-host, Ryerson. He's disappeared completely from the face of the planet. Sarah is, she spent some time with her family this week and wasn't able to get back. She tried really hard and then said, oh, I can't do it. So I have been able to snag my good friend, Rodney Murray, as my co-host this morning. Rodney, how you doing?
All right, man. How about you?
I'm doing all right. You're getting a little long up there.
I am, and lest anyone think that it's a midlife crisis, it is not. It is.
Really? It
is.
You're
really
being honest
not.
right now.
I am
it's
being
not a
totally
midlife
honest.
crisis.
It is not a midlife crisis. No, it is not. It is getting on my nerves, but it is for Locks for Love. I was challenged.
What is Locks for Love? I've not heard of this.
Locks for Love is an organization that makes wigs for children who are going through cancer treatments and have lost their hair. And now, yes, my hair is gray, but my hair...
yeah, so a lot of kids really trying to get that salt and pepper.
There's a story there, though, okay? There's a story. I knew you'd attack me on that. Regardless, there is a story. Locks for Love does need gray hair, especially gray hair that's never been colored, and I proudly say my hair has never been colored. But of course, you know my hair is usually half an inch long.
Yeah, it's about like mine.
Yeah, and so anyway, they sell the gray hair that hasn't been colored. They sell it to wig companies to get money to actually pay for their processing so that they can make wigs for children.
So it's not a midlife crisis. It's actually for a good cause.
It is actually for a good cause. My niece has challenged me to do this, and here back when she was visiting from Newport News during Christmas, and she challenged me to do that because my sister leaked out the fact that I have this great big old Farrah Fawcett hair. And it was just that's the reason.
Farrah Fawcett hair. Yeah. Nobody is going to ever accuse me of that.
I know,
but they might accuse you. You do have a nice thick head of hair.
I do, and it is cumbersome. Now you see why I keep it buzzed off so short.
Because it just grows.
It is way too big.
Yeah, you kind of look like a hippie right now.
I got great big hair. Yeah, so.
Kind of hippie-like.
Hippie-ish.
Yeah, put it in a ponytail.
It's not quite long enough for that, but I can tell you as soon as it is, that's where it's going, because this is...
Well, you may recognize Rodney Murray, of course, the Senior Program Director of the YMCA, fellow Kiwanian, and all-around community-minded person. He does a ton in the community, and I'm really happy to have you here with me today as a co-host. I also have another special guest.
Yes, very special.
Hey, come here. Come here.
Yay!
Oh, hello. This is my daughter, Leela. Say hi, Leela.
Hi.
And say hi out to all the, see right over there?
Yeah, all the people at home.
See? Wave to her. That's Leela and her mother are up here at Cleveland State today. And because my wife teaches up here, and she had to run some errands and things like that. And so she brought little Leela, who's not in school today. She goes to daycare on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I thought, hey, man, it'd be so great to have you on TV. You know you're on TV right now. Yeah, what'd you do today? What are you doing today?
I know.
What are you doing?
I know.
You don't know? Are you having fun with Mommy?
Yes.
Yes. Always have fun with Mommy, right? Yeah. Are you shy right now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're a little shy right now. But look, you can see yourself on the TV. See that? Well, she is, how old are you?
3.
So say it, look at me and say it really loud.
3.
3. And go like this. 3. And you're going to be 4 soon, and then you're waiting on a little brother, right?
Yes.
What's his name?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Awesome.
That's right. All right, you want to get down?
Yeah.
All right, go with Mommy. Go with Mommy. I don't always get to have her come up and see me at work and everything else. So.
We all just got upstaged.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I thought about asking your mother to get up here, but she looked at me and gave me the evil eye and said no.
I know the look well.
That's not going to happen, but it's kind of nice to have her. Now, hey, it was Easter this weekend.
It was.
Did you do anything interesting?
I did.
For Easter?
I did. I got to spend time with my parents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we spent time together yesterday, and Pam, my wife, she spent the midday with her parents, and I spent the midday with my parents, and then we got back together last night and hung out with Daisy, our child, our daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is not like my daughter.
No, mine's a Weimaraner.
Yeah, yours has a lot more hair.
Yeah, she
and
has
a tail.
lot more hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we spent time with her last night, and you know, we just had a nice leisurely weekend.
Okay, we got a little girl who's just kind of walking around.
It's okay.
Hey, come here.
It's okay.
Leela, come here. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Okay, you gonna go bye-bye?
Yeah.
All right, go bye-bye.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Well, now I went this last weekend down in Collegedale. They do a huge pageant down there.
Oh.
An Easter pageant down there on Saturday.
Yep.
And it's really kind of cool. You start in the big church that they have there,
Right.
and then you leave the church. You go outside, and then they have basically a Jerusalem market. It's the market
it's so
in
cool.
Jerusalem. So you walk through, and they got a bunch of animals, like they're selling animals.
Right.
They had camels and donkeys and horses and
That's cool.
sheep and goats and stuff like that, and pigs, 2 little pigs.
They really selling them?
Well, not for real, no. But
Oh,
it's
okay.
all a play. It's
I got you. Oh.
It's all a play. This is all a pageant.
I got
part of the
you.
pageant.
I got you.
Then they go and there's a leper colony. You
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
walk past a leper colony. Then you go into the gates of the city, and there's a market, and they literally have all this food, and you can eat all this different
Really?
kinds of traditional, Galilean or whatever Israeli type food.
Right.
They had unleavened bread, and they had figs, and they had beans, and they had all this other stuff that you could eat.
How cool is that?
And matzo ball soup
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So you walk through, and then as you're walking through, Jesus comes riding in on a donkey, and they hand out you these the branches. What are they called? The
fronds.
fronds.
Yeah,
Anyway,
whatever.
Yeah, and they hand you that, and Jesus comes in for the triumphant entry. And then you go through and you watch the upper room, you watch the Garden of
Oh, how cool is
Gethsemane,
that?
you watch the trial for Pilate, you watch the crucifixion, and then you go into, it's the school down there, Southern Adventist University.
Yeah.
And then they have the closing scene.
How cool is
where
that?
you go in and you see him rise from the dead, and it just bawl your eyes out.
I had something similar. I'm a member of First Baptist. My wife and I are members of First Baptist Church, and we had a similar
They have a big
thing.
pageant over there as well.
We did, and we had the live animals, and Jesus coming in on the donkey with
Cool.
the triumphal entry and all that sort of thing. So
The cool thing about this one, though, is you walk through the campus,
Yeah,
you
that
get
is.
to walk through, and they really make it look
Right.
like it probably was in the
I'm gonna
day.
have to check that out. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
every year,
They do it every year.
the Saturday of Easter weekend, they do it every single year.
And then last night we watched King of Kings, which is a tradition of ours.
Yeah.
Is to watch King of Kings and with Jeffrey Hunter, and it's just my favorite. It's my favorite of the Jesus movies, and it is arguable whether or not it's the best or the most accurate or whatever. But it's just, I think Jeffrey Hunter did a really fantastic job playing.
And a lot of times it doesn't matter. It's the story that matters
That's
more
it.
than anything.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, guess I had a big milestone in my life last week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I turned 35.
That's not a milestone.
For me, it's a
That's a
milestone.
pebble.
It's
You
a
don't-
birthday. I'm halfway to 70. I'll probably die. Like another one of my lifetimes, I will.
You know,
die.
I remember thinking that way, and the problem's not when it's dying; it's living. That's the problem. That's like
living the rest of your life.
That's exactly right.
I know. I grew up with new aches and pains this morning, and I'm only 35. My gosh.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
young.
Yes, you are.
For
pup.
most people.
You're a pup.
A pup.
You're a pup.
All right. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. All right. Let's take a look at the weather. See what it is. It's actually not as hot.
It's nowhere near as hot.
I have been really excited about the 73 for the high today. Tomorrow, look at that, high of 63,
That's really
low of 37, and then on Thursday, 68 and 39. And the thing is it's not raining.
Nope.
It's not, and it's not necessarily cloudy. It's sunny.
We're finally having a spring.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
right?
you know, we
kind of jumped up to a
Right.
late spring, early summer.
Right.
Now we're coming back to the spring.
We've been
which
sleeping
is-
with the windows open, and we actually had to put another blanket on the
I
bed.
know,
It's,
right?
yeah,
I
and the
know.
dog sleeps with us, and the cat sleeps with us, and we had to get them extra blankets. And
It's wonderful.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
really enjoying myself.
me too.
Well, we have a very cool show. Sarah's not with us, but She's going to be with us in spirit.
Yes.
I'm going to channel Sarah on the show today.
Please don't.
Okay. and so we'll be right back. It's very interesting coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Get caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTMB East Tennessee Television.
Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open in Cleveland. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment, clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, migraine headaches, even sprains and injuries. It is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level, providing an array of health benefits. So whether you're dealing with a weekend sports injury, chronic condition, or looking for anti-aging, you owe it to yourself to explore what Hyperbaric Services can do for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what 2 of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, it took about 25-30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. I get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
Very simple process, and it's well worth it.
But that's subject for another day.
Yeah, subject for another day. Welcome back. Welcome back, Tennessee Valley. We, as you know, Rodney Murray is member of the staff over there at the YMCA here in Cleveland, and you got a lot of cool things coming up here, and including Healthy Kids Day, ASIS training, summer camp, all this stuff.
We got so much stuff going on. Yeah, I mean, not the least of which are just the summer memberships that we've got in the outdoor pool and that sort of thing. But beyond that, we do so many cool activities that are really community activities.
Yeah.
And one of those is Healthy Kids Day. Healthy Kids Day is a huge event we're doing. It's on April 28th this year, and it's a national YMCA event, but it's one that we do up, I think, really well. The signature activity of the day is a kids triathlon for 6 to 12-year-olds. And there's not a lot of opportunities for that around. And this is we spell it TRY athlon,
right? That's right.
Because it's about trying to finish, doing your best, but everybody wins. There is no there are 100 first places. Everybody is first place if they finish, and everybody gets a medal. And even if they don't finish, it's all about trying. But kids really take it seriously. And they ride their own bike, and they run on the track, and they swim in the indoor pool. It's a full-blown triathlon. When I say full-blown, you know, it's short distances, or whatever they can do.
How long is that? Are the distances?
You know, I think the run is a mile, maybe a mile and a half. And there again, if a 6-year-old can't run a mile and a half, then that's fine. It's just, but I think that's the max where we cut them off at.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then I think
that's 6 laps around the track. How many?
Yeah, about 6 laps around the track. And and then they bike. We mark off half the parking lot, and they bike around that. I think it's about 7 or 8 laps around the parking lot. I'm not exactly sure. It might be a mile, mile and a half.
Cool, but that's really cool because it gets kids really starting to think about health and about fitness and wellness.
We've got to do something. The obesity rates in this country are just they're going through the roof, and kids are not necessarily embracing. A lot of their parents, or folks my age, embraced fitness as a lifestyle back in the 80s and 90s, and realized it's just part of your life. But but a lot of kids do, but a lot of kids do not. Clearly, by the numbers and the obesity rates, I mean,
well, the obesity rate being huge, but even now, I've been looking at some of the psychology of it, and fitness, getting outside and fitness helps kids learn.
That's it.
And
healthy kids
not
are
only
smart
that, but
kids.
the more they get outside, the more experiences in the world they get, the better off they are in being able to interact with other people and society in general.
That's it. Don't get me down that whole 1984 thing. But it is a good book.
But now the triathlon is just one part of it.
It's just one part of it. Right? We have so many activities and with so many great sponsors. BRI is a sponsor, and they do something called Day in the Park, and we joined together. We partnered together a few years ago. They were doing a similar event on the same day, and I said, let's just join together and just share the billing on that. So BRI, Behavioral Research Institute, they do something called Day in the Park, and they partner with us, and they do all kinds of activities, outside, inside games. I partner with a lot of local businesses to bring in inflatables and that sort of thing, and have a lot of fun. And this year, Grab Coalition has sponsored our T-shirts. They're a primary sponsor.
Wow,
they're
that's
paying for
great.
the T-shirts, and when you're talking the T-shirts for an event like this, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
and,
it can be a lot because you're taking about thousands of people showing up.
That's right, and so they're sponsoring those to get that drug-free message.
And they also do a drug disposal, right? That day.
They're doing that a week later, so we may not do that this year. Just the way things fell, they may not do it at my event. But we're still working on that. More to come on Healthy Kids Day. But it's 9 to 1, and it's open to the public. You do not have to be a YMCA member. Anybody can participate.
Right here at the Cleveland Family YMCA. Yep. Now, what date is that?
That is April 28th. That is a Saturday. 28th. Yes, and
last week of April.
The last weekend of April.
Cool. And now we'll be seeing that. You're going to be hitting the radio, right? And you're going to have stuff on around the community, probably posters and things like that.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
And the first 100 kids that come through the door get a T-shirt. Do not have to participate in anything.
It's the whole reason to go.
3-year-olds, 2-year-olds, 1-year-olds can come, and we'll have activities for them as well. Just because they're not participating in the triathlon, a triathlon is only one component. Any age can come, and the first 100 kids that come through the door get a T-shirt.
Now, is there going to be food there?
There is going to be food there.
What kind of food?
Chick-fil-A is a sponsor, and they're going to be bringing their little chicken. I don't want to call them the wrong thing. Mark Hogsden, the owner, is one of my best friends, and he'll kill me, but he knows
the little wraps.
I'm a buffoon. No, it's the little nugget type things.
Yes, the nugget things, but they're not nuggets.
I don't know, but I love you, Mark.
They're not bites. They're Oh, I know what you're talking about because I get those sometimes.
Yes, and Bilo, of course, one of our big sponsors.
Oh yeah,
going to be bringing fruit and vegetables, and it's all going to be, there's going to be some healthy opportunities.
And now all that food is that
all donated? Yes.
All donated, so it's all free.
It's all free. There's no cost for anything at Healthy Kids Day. Everything is free. We have prizes to give away. We'll have a big roulette wheel that kids can win prizes, and even prizes like birthday parties at the pool and that sort of
very
thing.
cool.
So it's going to be a really fantastic.
Very cool. Well, now that you got that big extension down the other end that you finished a few years back.
Brenda Lawson Youth Center,
Yeah, the Brenda Lawson Youth Center. That is a huge. I mean, you had another gymnasium.
Yep.
You have the youth center.
Right.
You have the teen center. I mean, you got tons of room there for kids. It's a great place for kids.
We even have a kids fitness facility that is actually housed inside the Brenda Lawson Youth Center for ages 7 through 11. It is full blown. Exercise equipment made by the same company, Hoist, that made some of the equipment in our adult fitness center. And
now you don't have necessarily free weights and stuff like that. It's
no free weights. It is machines,
but it's specifically for kids.
Specifically for
because
kids.
They have to be a certain age in order to use the main fitness center.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
And so they have a fitness center.
And this gives that interim. They can start at 7 and exercise in there, and it's always supervised and it's always personal trained, and we always have a fitness coach in there that's
Now we're smack dab in the middle of spring, so you got youth sports going on.
That's right. Youth sports are going on.
What are they got going?
You've got football, flag football going on right now. Yeah, we've got that going on. So we'll have soccer coming up soon, and
very cool,
fantastic.
Very cool.
You know, something else special. May the 5th. It's sold out. Unfortunately, I shouldn't even talk about it, but it is so cool. We have Kids Fishing Day in the
I was going to ask you about that.
Yes,
I know. Yes. It's graduation week for me, so I wasn't able to go over there.
May the 5th, we have partnered with Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, TWRA, and excuse me. And we are going to put catfish in our outdoor pool. Yes, on May the 5th.
And the outdoor pool. This is before you clean it.
We will drain it afterwards and have to clean it anyway. So, yeah, we're going to put about 500 catfish in the outdoor pool.
Now, that's got to be happy. You're a huge fisherman. So
yes, I am. Yes, I am.
This has got to be your brainchild.
It is. It is. It was fantastic. Not just me. This has happened other places. I've seen this for years, but I've always wanted to do it at our place, and it is sold out. When I say sell, it was free, but we just began getting this out. It leaked out just through just casual conversation, and only 150 tickets were available, and they were gone in one day.
So if you catch a catfish, can you put it at the top of the slide and slide it back down into the water?
Huh. I don't know. I hadn't even thought about that component of it. The idea was that you would take them home and eat them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. This is not catch and release. These are farm-raised fish that were raised specifically for food. So, and we're hoping folks will take them back.
So that's their purpose in life.
That is their purpose in life, to be food for us. Yes.
Okay.
And for those of us that eat cat, I don't eat catfish.
Catfish.
But, no,
right.
I'm not a catfish eater. But
I've never had catfish. Is it good?
Not to me, but a lot of people really think it's fantastic.
Now, you got youth camp coming up this summer.
Summer camp, yeah.
Summer camp, sign-ups for that going on now?
It's already started. We really peaked that at Healthy Kids Day, but Healthy Kids Day is so late this year, coming out of National Y, that...
And Camp Ocoee is beautiful out there.
Oh, yeah, and then we got Camp Ocoee, too, and Camp Ocoee is a resident camp out on the Ocoee, on Lake Ocoee, that it just offers fantastic opportunities for kids to have fun. But we also have a day camp that takes place in the Brenda Lawson Youth Center that runs all summer long. It's primarily for working families.
Right. You have both.
It is, ours is more of a daycare type environment, but not an environment. It's a summer camp environment, but for folks who only need daycare.
Right.
So while they're working.
So it's not like a resident camp where they go away for a week.
Correct.
And spend time.
They're there. It's convenient. It's on the premises, but we'd get outside. We play outside a lot, do a lot of activities, have a whole lot of fun. Camping in the YMCA goes back 150 years, and and when I say camping, I'm not talking necessarily going out under the stars, but that's really kind of how we got started in our programming aspect. Is boys camps back then. Of course, it was a different world back then, but boys camps where there were a lot of, due to World War II and World War I, there were a lot of boys that wound up without fathers back at that time, and they needed guidance, and the YMCA stepped in and lent a lot of that guidance through camping.
Yeah, it was traditionally it's the Young Men's Christian Association,
right,
YMCA,
exactly.
So.
And that expanded some years back to encompass girls, of course, like the Boys and Girls Club did. And it's camping is a big part of what we do, and it's no longer for those that necessarily need intervention, but we live in a working world now, and two-parent working families. And
I read an article here recently that for parents or grandparents, the best thing they could possibly do for their kids are things like take them to the zoo,
right,
where they can get to see the animals, or play ball with them outside. These types of activities. But camping was at the top of the list. They said, take your kids camping. There is something about going out and sleeping under the stars, like you said, and building a fire. And there's no TV out there. Right. Put the cell phone at home. Leave the cell phone at home, and just go out and spend a night with
and self-reliance. You have so many kids who can't imagine not having their computer or not having their gaming device and not sleeping in their bed or whatever, and they find out that not only can they do that, so it builds that self-reliance, but they find out that it's fun, it's enjoyable, and it's you know, it's a fantastic experience.
I have not done that with my daughter yet, but I wanted to wait till she was a little bit older.
Sure.
She is now. And,
just go out in the backyard, you know.
Yeah, the backyard is probably
the backyard is fantastic. And but you know, at day camps they promote socialization. A lot of times, what can happen during the summers is a few things we combat. It's a little bit different than a resident camp. We focus on combating summer learning loss. So there are some. Don't let the kids hear this. Kids go in the other room. There are some academic support components, but we disguise those and into the programming, so kids don't know that they're learning.
We learn when we do anything. So
yeah, exactly.
So that they have a problem with learning, well,
that summer learning support and socialization, and that's a big buzzword this day. But in a world, and I commented on 1984 earlier, and the premise of that is that when the computer age came, that we would become so reliant on computers and so unsocial. We would begin to become computers ourselves and lose our emotions. And you know, in the summer, if a kid stays at home and spends nothing but time with the television and time with the computer and babysits themselves, which does happen, that socialization process can really become.
I'll tell you, we don't
interrupted.
lose our emotions. What we do is we lose the ability to control our emotions.
Yes.
And that's when we have all the crazy things that we see.
So that's
great. That YMCA is. I'm a member over there, and I volunteer over there and stuff. So I'm a huge supporter of the United Way and what you guys are doing, and I'm looking forward to your Healthy Kids Day.
That's just
April 28, 9 to 1, free.
Yes, totally free.
But if you want your kid to be in the triathlon, then do they need to sign up for that?
Yes, there is a sign-up registration form.
Registration form and stuff to be in the triathlon, but or if you have grandkids that want to do it or whatever.
6 to 12.
We are going to take a break, and when we get back, Sarah Anderson will be here in spirit.
Oh, wow.
So stick around. You do not want to miss this.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Be caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTMB East Tennessee Television.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what two of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, it took about 25, 30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
It's a very simple process, and it's well worth it.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gupta, and I'd like to introduce you to a valuable new healthcare solution here in Cleveland. Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open and accepting patients. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, chronic fatigue syndrome, and even sports injuries and sprains. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level in the body. This increased oxygen level in our tissues and organs boosts the body's natural healing abilities and allows our bodies to function at a higher level. We will be happy to work in cooperation with your regular physician. However, referral is not required for this treatment. So whether you're dealing with a weekend injury, a chronic medical condition, or looking for anti-aging solutions, you owe it to yourself to explore what hyperbaric oxygen treatment can do for you or your loved ones. I invite you to contact us today for some more information.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Well, Sarah Anderson was unable to be with us today. By the way, welcome back. I could just jump right in there.
You did.
Instead of actually saying,
Bye,
welcome
Chris.
back. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Read the
but
cue
now
cards.
I can, yeah, I do. I need the cue cards. But Sarah Anderson was not able to be with us this morning because she's with her, I don't know, parents or something. You know, she decided to spend time with her
Parents
mother.
or something.
You know, like you really need to do any of that, to spend time with your parents.
I do.
I mean, who cares? Who cares about parents?
You do.
I care about being a parent.
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever. So she wasn't able to be here. However, she did have things that she wanted to talk about today. She is our entertainment correspondent.
Oh, wow.
She's our entertainment correspondent. And so she sent me what she would correspond today.
Okay.
And so I decided I'm going to try and channel her.
Don't channel. I don't like that channeling thing.
Let's see.
Don't do that.
Is this, no?
Well, that's just the whole channeling thing.
So I'm going to try to be Sarah, and I don't know how to do this at all. I'm not very good at this. But I will say she's got the good, the bad, and the ugly this week. And she talks with her hands a lot. So
Yeah.
she kind of goes like this a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to do that. So the good this week was Sofia Vergara. Sofia Vergara she is a very attractive woman who's in the show Modern Family. Have you watched any of that? You don't watch TV.
Not much, no.
No, you don't watch TV.
No.
She hosted Saturday Night Live this weekend. She said she's known for her gorgeousness and Colombian accent. She let her humor show through.
Wow.
The folks at Saturday Night Live seem to be getting their act together with somebody like her.
Yeah.
She did an excellent job. And then the British pop sensation One Direction, that are boy band.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, give me some Rush, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Give me some Skynyrd.
Yeah. You're trying to bait me in, and I'm not coming.
I know you're not. You're not jumping in there. Come on.
I'm not going to do it. I am a big fan.
She does have a very, what people say, a very sexy accent.
Yeah.
And so,
well,
I got to do this.
I wish I knew how to respond.
So,
I don't.
Sophia has a very sexy accent. She was wearing a skin-tight, bustier dress that kind of showed some cleavage.
Well.
And she said that her accent makes everything sound sexy. And so she commenced with saying things like gonorrhea and New Jersey and Rick Santorum, which I thought was kind of funny. And she said it in such a way that it just sounded sexy when she said it. You know, it just sounds like she knows what she's talking about. Anyway, so that was the good from this past weekend in entertainment, according to Sarah Anderson, and she'd be doing a much better job than I.
I'm uncomfortable with this whole conversation. I said I'm uncomfortable with this.
You're uncomfortable.
Let's move on. Yeah.
The bad. Apparently, Britney Spears. Britney Spears.
At least I've heard of her.
She has really got. She's got like other people who run her life. Like her father runs her life.
I know how that is.
And everything else, but now she has made her fiance, Jason Trawick, he has been added as a co-conservator and given control over Britney's well-being.
I bet her dad's happy about that.
I bet he's not.
Because he was trying to get that for years, wasn't he?
I don't know. She said the wedding is not even planned yet. So they think that this is a little premature for her to be giving co-conservatorship over herself and her well-being, control over Britney's well-being.
Because she is loaded.
She is loaded.
Her house alone, I saw, was like $30 million.
Yeah, she is loaded.
Yeah.
And so this fiance, it's very difficult to know whether or not the fiance is actually there for Brittany or there for what Brittany can bring him.
That would be a tough decision, wouldn't it?
The ugly this week, Chris Daughtry of American Idol fame. He's got a band called Daughtry. He's rock and roll.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
He's got a bit of a mess. He was in a previous band.
Yeah.
And apparently they're claiming that that they helped him write 4 songs.
Gotcha.
And those songs made it onto his album with Daughtry, the band that he's in now. And it was the band that was called Absent Element. And they're accusing him of breaches of fiduciary duty, unfair trade practices, and other deceptive and wrongful conduct.
You know, that's not the first time that's happened.
I'm sure it's not.
That goes all the way back.
Chris, of course, is denying the allegations and released a statement on his website saying, "I'm very hurt by these false allegations. The songs listed in this lawsuit were written solely by me and no one else at the time, and I have no further comment. But this could get extremely ugly if it keeps fighting and fighting and fighting, and it could send Daughtry, down into the depths.
No such thing as bad
depression.
press.
There's no such thing as bad press? I guess not. But when people are
not with entertainment.
When people are challenging your abilities to write songs and then the money that comes from those songs.
Yeah.
So
he'll just slide him some money. That's what always happens. Slides him some money and it goes away. And
yeah, that's true.
That goes way back. That goes back to Beatles and Paul McCartney. That goes back to Led Zeppelin and the Yardbirds. That goes back. I know I'm showing my age. Those things were before my time, but I like that music. You know that. So.
I remember Michael Jackson. He bought the rights to the Beatles, all the Beatles hits in the '80s, and that was a huge deal too.
Yeah, it was.
Well, that is the entertainment segment for today. It was a very horrible entertainment segment. I did a very poor job. Sarah does so much better job.
She does.
And thank you. She's a lot better looking.
She is. She is.
And everything else. So we're done with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop doing that because that was painful.
It was for me too.
It was very, very painful.
Yep.
To try to cross your legs like that. I just can't do it very well. So we're gonna take another quick break. We'll come back with the thing that I know that I'm good at.
Yeah.
The things that matter.
Are you?
Yeah, it's a segment. You probably
I have seen it.
This is a famous segment.
Famous.
And we're going to be right back with the famous segment, The Things That Matter. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Get caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTMB East Tennessee Television.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what 2 of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, it took about 25, 30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. I get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
Very simple process, and it's well worth it.
I'm Byron Winters with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Contact me for all of your business insurance needs. From general liability to workers' comp, commercial auto, and business umbrellas, Landmark Insurance has you covered.
Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open in Cleveland. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is incredible treatment, clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, migraine headaches, even sprains and injuries. It is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level, providing an array of health benefits. So whether you're dealing with a weekend sports injury, chronic condition, or looking for anti-aging, you owe it to yourself to explore what hyperbaric services can do for you.
Hi, I'm Brittany Jackson. Join me every Wednesday night at 6:30 and midnight, where we will highlight local sports, chat with coaches, and discover new tips every week. Only on In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson.
Good morning, welcome back. Let's take another quick look at the weather to let you know. I want to take another look at the weather because I'm so proud of the fact that it's cool outside.
Yes.
43 of a low today and a high of 73. Tomorrow is a high of 63.
That's great.
And a low of 37. I love that. And then a high of 68 on Thursday and a low of 39. It's just great. We had a great weekend for Easter weekend. It was not too hot. It was in the mid-70s.
I got the motorcycle out, and it was a little brisk.
Yeah, when you're trying to drive on a motorcycle, I can imagine.
It was a little brisk.
So anyway, I'm really kind of happy about that. All right. My name is Matt, and these are the things that matter. Now, just so you know, these are the more important things that matter.
Okay, cool.
All right, here we go.
I'll try, yeah.
McKetch brooches have women swarming to pick up one of the hottest accessories, live beetles covered in small gems that are worn as jewelry.
What?
The pet accessories, oh my gosh, may seem shocking to some, but they're actually part of a centuries-old tradition that stems from the Mayans. When the artists glue small, colorful gems onto the bugs, they also frequently add bits of gold-trimmed chain attaching a clip that can be used to wear the beetle on clothing.
At the risk of sounding somewhat outdated, that's really weird to me.
No, it is weird.
At least my wife hates bugs, so I don't have to worry about. That's one fashion trend I don't have to worry about.
But literally, they put a gold chain in a clip, and you clip it onto your pocket or your sleeve or whatever, and then the bug just crawls on top of you.
It's ancient, all right. It's called voodoo.
Voodoo. It's not voodoo.
It is voodoo.
It's voodoo, but you know, they're golden bugs. Golden bugs.
That's great. That's great. Next.
All right, hey, get this.
Yeah.
Syrian golden hamsters are the drunken uncles of the rodent world.
What?
In the wild, these hard partying hamsters spend their summers gathering and storing fruit as a survival measure.
Oh, I have seen that.
By winter, they need when they need to break into the stash, the fruit has fermented.
Yep, I've seen that.
So over time, the hamster's appetite for alcohol only increases because that's tolerance. We call that tolerance. That the more that you drink alcohol, the more you're able to tolerate it, and you need more of it in order to feel the same.
Thanks for
Today, when given the choice between booze and water, these cuddly alcoholic hamsters choose the hard stuff every time.
You ever seen Alaska State Troopers?
You mean the TV show Alaska State?
I know you're wondering what this has.
I don't watch that a lot, but I've seen one episode.
Moose have a similar situation that happens, and I can't remember it exactly, but anyway, it's something ferments and the moose eat it, and then you've got a drunk 1,000-pound moose wandering around downtown Nome, Alaska or whatever, which presents itself with a much greater problem than a drunk rat, but because this is a moose.
Yeah, I know, right? Because you get it's like you get the big guy at the bar who gets drunk and then he gets violent, you know, and then everybody kind of, you got to be careful. That's what the moose are.
Yeah, you get a bad. Yeah.
You get a drunk moose.
You get a moose that's a bad drunk, and you could have it. Well, they do. They just like walk into people's houses.
Walk into people's houses
and stuff. They really do.
They start yelling at people.
Yeah.
And then some of the moose they get kind of funny.
Yeah.
And they start going around saying, "I love you, man. I love you." Hey, Rocky!
You're taking this a whole different direction than I intended it to go, but yeah.
What are we gonna do? I mean, how do you help these hamsters? I mean, you got like, it's AAA, not AA. It's AAA, Animal Alcoholics Anonymous. Is that what we're gonna have to go to? We're gonna have to create these support groups for animals in order to get them off the booze. I don't quite know how to respond to that. I don't know either.
I'm just,
Well, as we've talked this week, Easter was this past weekend.
Yes.
So I found
Drunk rabbits.
some Easter candy facts.
Oh.
Things that you probably didn't know about Easter candy. Maybe you did, but we're going to pretend like you didn't.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
For instance, a peep. You know what a peep is?
Yeah, I do.
Those little marshmallow bird things?
I bought them, yeah.
You know how many seconds it takes to make?
No.
6.
6 seconds.
It takes 6 seconds to make a peep.
How fascinating.
And the peeps, they have 8 grams of sugar apiece.
I'm going to do my Johnny Carson. I did not know that.
I did not know that. Oh, how about my wife loves the excuse me. My wife loves the, what are the Cadbury eggs?
Yeah, oh yes,
The
I did.
cream
I did
eggs?
buy those as well.
Did
yes.
you? Did you?
I did.
You know what the cream in Cadbury eggs is?
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know? I'm going to tell you anyway.
Okay.
It's called fondant. Fondant. And basically, sugar and water.
Well.
They sugar and water, they whip it all up and they put some coloring in it to make it look like egg yolk and whatever else. That's all it is, just sugar and water.
That is truly an amazing fact. Is that what you call it? It's amazing facts?
Amazing facts, yes. The chocolate bunny.
Yes. I ate one of those.
You did. What did you eat first?
The ears.
The ears.
Always have to eat the ears.
76% of people say they eat the ears of the chocolate bunny first.
That's the best part. Yes.
13% eat the tail. And about 10% they eat the head.
Well.
Which I guess is like the face. Because if you eat the whole head, you eat the ears too. So
that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
No.
Jelly beans. You know how long jelly beans have been around? They've been around since the 17th century.
Yeah.
But they got famous here in America. They got popular here in America. Do you know when?
Ronald Reagan.
No. What? Ronald, what?
He loved jelly beans.
No. Civil War.
Civil War. That's what I meant to say.
The Civil War.
He was in the
There was
Civil
a
War,
maker
wasn't
of
he?
jelly beans who used to give. There was a maker of candy.
Yeah.
And he created these. Well, he didn't create them. He started using jelly beans to give to the Union soldiers during the Civil War, and that's when they got really, really popular.
I did not know that.
You did not know that. Also, interesting, the Easter basket.
Yes.
The Easter
Bought one
basket
of those.
actually has religious connotation to it.
Does it?
It does. To celebrate the conclusion of Lent, a tradition was to bring a hefty basket to church on Easter, filled with the ingredients for a large Easter supper.
I did know that.
You
yes.
did?
I just had forgotten. Yes.
And the grass, actually, that the baskets were typically made out of, gets credited to Dutch children and their tradition of delivering eggs in birds' nests.
How cool is that?
So what they would do is they would just grab the bird's nest
Right.
and the eggs in it, and then they would bring that, and then other people would bring baskets for food, and so it eventually became the basket with Easter eggs.
Wow. Now that is interesting.
Yeah, see, I told you it'd be interesting.
I'm not being facetious.
You're not being facetious? Well, that
For
thank
once.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, I got one more.
So there's still time for me to be facetious.
Right. Did you hear about the smallest town in America?
I did not.
Buford, Wyoming. I actually, when I was on tour, I was in a rock band when I was, and we actually were in Colorado, in Denver, and we were driving up to Washington State, and we drove through Wyoming, and we drove through Buford, Wyoming.
And you performed in Buford.
We did not perform. We drove through Buford, Wyoming, and we stopped at the gas station there.
Yeah.
The gas station and the house next to it, the only two things in the town.
How can you be incorporated with only...
And the owner of the gas station lived in the house.
He's the mayor.
They said that it said population 7, but he said no because there was a family of 5 that were staying with him. I guess it was his kids or something.
Yeah.
And they moved away.
Wow.
So now it's just he and his wife.
Well, imagine that.
And so I drove through Buford, Wyoming. Well, Buford, Wyoming was just sold.
Well, I'll be darned.
The whole town. The whole town was sold.
Yeah.
It's along busy Interstate 80, and it's the smallest town in the United States. It was sold at auction for $900,000.
What is the world coming to?
To an unidentified man from Vietnam, which is a little weird. The new owner will get a gas station, in the convenience store, a schoolhouse from 1905. I guess there's more to it than just the house that I was thinking.
Yeah.
A cabin, a garage, 10 acres, and a 3-bedroom home. That's what I was thinking. At 8,000 feet altitude.
Wow.
8,000 feet altitude. Overlooking the trucks and cars on the nearby interstate on one side and the distant snow-capped mountains in the Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado on the other. It's a very interesting little nowhere. There was nowhere in that town. We got gas there, but that was it.
Or like they say, you go to the middle of nowhere and then take a left.
And you find Buford.
Yeah, and you find Buford, right.
Interestingly enough, the owner who sold it, or what he sold at auction, he was a gunner in Vietnam.
Wow.
And now a man from Vietnam bought it. It's a little bit of irony.
That
gives
is
a little
irony.
bit of nuance to the story.
Yeah.
So there you go. Those are the things that matter. All that stuff about Healthy Kids Day, they don't matter.
Yeah.
These things matter.
It matters to me.
It matters to you, but
that matters
in the great grand scheme of things, kids being healthy,
it
doesn't matter.
Not nearly as important
this matters.
as Buford,
Texas, Buford,
or
Wyoming.
Wyoming,
and the fact that kids used to deliver eggs in birds' nests.
That's it.
Those are more important things.
Gotcha. Thanks for the education.
My name is Matt, and those are the things that matter. We will be right back with our closing and sign off right after this. Or we could just stay here and talk for a little bit longer. I was thinking we'd go to a commercial right there, but I guess we're not.
Yeah.
How if I start to insult Canada? Will that get us to a commercial any faster? Yes, it will. There we go. Be right back.
I'm Kathy Guy with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Call us today for all your personal insurance needs. With 28 years in the insurance business, I have the solutions and pricing you are looking for. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gupta, and I'd like to introduce you to a valuable new healthcare solution here in Cleveland. Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open and accepting patients. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, chronic fatigue syndrome, and even sports injuries and sprains. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level in the body. This increased oxygen level in our tissues and organs boosts the body's natural healing abilities and allows our bodies to function at a higher level. We will be happy to work in cooperation with your regular physician. However, referral is not required for this treatment. So whether you're dealing with a weekend injury, a chronic medical condition, or looking for anti-aging solutions, you owe it to yourself to explore what hyperbaric oxygen treatment can do for you or your loved ones. I invite you to contact us today for some more information.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Be caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson, Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTMB East Tennessee Television.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what two of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much, and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I could go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, it took about 25-30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
It's a very simple process, and it's well worth it.
Welcome back. It has been fun.
It has.
I've enjoyed having you on the show, man.
You say that almost surprised.
Well, I guess I am a little surprised.
Aha. Okay, thanks.
So I'm going to be working out probably today. Are you going to be
You
in
didn't
there?
show up last week?
No, I didn't show up last week, but that was my birthday week, and I kind of
Yeah.
But I'm going to be showing up this week. You going to be in there?
I am.
Okay, good. So I'll give you a call when I get in there.
Okay.
He's been my trainer now or my coach, or my mentor, or I don't know.
Whatever.
He's been an important guy in my life for the last 3.5 years as I've been working out and learning how to do it all. If we talk about fitness, fitness is a big part of my life.
Yep.
And I was talking to Ryerson last week. He's started to go. He wants to do a triathlon down in Chattanooga.
Excellent.
In July, and he's lost like almost 60 pounds.
Yeah, he's done great.
So, and he won the YMCA Biggest Loser competition.
Our Biggest Loser. Can't say that. We got a cease and desist letter.
What's it called?
Ultimate New Year's Resolution.
Ultimate New Year's Resolution.
Similar to the Biggest Loser.
It's similar to the Biggest Loser, and he won that at the YMCA.
Yeah, he did.
So,
he did.
How did he do that? Did he cheat?
He did not cheat. He just simply, it's not really that difficult. If folks will just move, just exercise, eat wisely, it's really not that difficult to be at least fitter.
Yeah.
And then it's progressive. The longer you maintain fitness, the more your body begins to accept that as normal.
Yeah.
And
they say it's consistency more than intensity.
As with all things.
So if you are able to work out 6 days a week,
that's right.
Even if it's going for a walk for 20 to 30 minutes a day,
do something.
Then that's going to be better than trying to do it really intense once or twice a week.
That's it. Do something all the time. Do something a lot. And that's the key to success.
Yeah, totally. And with the weather the way it's been, it's been
and
really,
our greenway.
really nice
I mean, how many places have a greenway?
That's fantastic. So you have a favorite person this week?
I do.
Who is it?
It would be my boss, Mr. Lee McChesney. I nominated him recently at a meeting called AYP. That's the Association of YMCA Professionals, and it's an association that we're a member. All of are a member of.
So leadership award.
And it was a leadership award I nominated him for, and he did receive that leadership award.
Oh, he got it.
He did.
On your nomination.
On my nomination, he has. He's just been a very big part of my life, and
he's a good guy over there.
He has promoted me, and I don't just mean in the sense of a job promotions, but I mean as a person. And believed in me way back when others didn't, and a lot of who I am is
he's a good guy. A lot of the way the Cleveland YMCA is because of him.
A lot. That is. He sets the tone, and he sets the environment and the current that we all flow in.
That's fabulous.
Fantastic guy.
That's fabulous. Well, my favorite person is going to be Matt Ryerson. The guy has lost like almost 60 pounds, and he's fit, and he's committed. And the thing is that he's competitive, but he's got discipline.
He does.
And that's something that I strive for in my life, is more discipline. And he seems to be able to capture that. And he's got that discipline, and he's working hard. And at the very, very young age of 75 years old, he is continuing
he looks great for a 75-year-old.
I don't know. It's in the genes, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Alex Trebek. You know?
Yeah.
Alex Trebek is in his early 70s, and he
age.
looks great.
Yeah.
You know? No, Matt's not that old. He is older than me, though, and I like to point that out to him.
Yeah, he's younger than me, older than you.
But he's just been an inspiration to me. I'm not going to lose all that weight because I don't really care to. I like eating too much, but I will say that he has been inspiring to me as far as the amount of discipline he's been able to show.
He's a good
My
guy.
favorite person is Matt Ryerson this week. That's the only time it's going to happen. I'm never going to have him be my favorite person ever again. Ever. But today he is. So there you go.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree. I concur.
I love having you, man.
I love having you, man.
All right. Well, it is time for us to go. It's been a great day. Sarah will be back next week. And Matt, maybe the week after that. We will see. And we'll have you on before, in May maybe, right after Healthy Kids Day, and talk about summer. And maybe talk about the assets, because we do a lot of assets.
We do a lot of the 40 development assets. Right?
Cool. We'll talk about that. All right. You have a great day. I will see you next time. Take care.